Hi guys, it's Cavi Wonders. I really hope you can hear me. I'm sorry for this mask. I do have some health issues going on currently, and it causes some weird stuff, and you can kind of see it here anyway. I was going to put off doing the questions and answer video, the answers to them, for a couple of weeks, or for a couple of days. But I've gotten such an overwhelmingly large amount of responses and questions that were asked. I've got 34 questions so far from my YouTube video, from what I posted on Facebook, and from my blog. So I really felt bad if I didn't, and I took notes on quite a few questions that have been asked so far. And I hope you don't mind this. If you do, I will not film the other part of this video until it heals up. But that could be a couple of weeks, unfortunately. So I have medical leave from work and from school, so I'm not too concerned, really about most things. So, but I keep this on almost 24/7. I'm not contagious, luckily, but it is, I don't like it. I mean, people tell me it doesn't look bad, but I think it does. But anyway, so on with part one of the question response video, and the pigs think that they're getting more veggies. So I'm going to start, and I've got quite a few note cards here that I started writing down questions that people were asking, so I will get started. So the first question was asked by Leo Bubbles, and it was, what made you want to get pets? Honestly, I can't remember how old I was when I first got my own pet. I was really young. My parents really trusted me with the responsibility of pet care, and so I was, I enjoyed everything about having pets. But I think what really made me, when I was getting older to the age I am now and stuff, what really made me want pets is, with autism, I have had so many struggles, and having pets has always made my life a lot easier in that way, because it really does help to have a pet there that you can talk to and just kind of have as your family, because that's what they are. So the next question is asked by Queen Smile, and it says, if you could go back to any pet that you had in the past, who would it be and why? So that's a really difficult question for me to answer, because I've had quite a few pets in the past. But I think Twitch would be the one pet that I would go back to, just because even though I knew that I did the best that I could with medical care and stuff to help him, I just feel like after the fact and everything, there was more that I could have done, and I wish I could have done. Not that it would have really made too big of a difference, but it would have made his life a little bit easier. And he was really one of the first pigs that I had that was special needs, and I really opened up with him, so I really did. I loved him quite a bit. So the next questions is from Powerpuff Pigs, and there's a couple of them. The first one is, what would your dream cage be? In all honesty, my dream cage would be like what most people in the UK have, and that's the sheds, but not an outdoor shed. I would want them to have like a shed inside of my house. So basically like converting a spare bedroom, kind of like the bunny shed, what she has for her rabbits. I'd love to have that for my rabbits or my guinea pigs. But I absolutely adore her cage. Not her cage, but her shed. I think it's just to die for. It's so perfect. Or if I couldn't do that and I was restricted by cage materials, I would probably do a 3x6 CNC cage with a 3x3 loft for my girls, and likewise for the boys. And I would also have a loft off of that loft, so that they've got another little loft sort of area to kind of encourage exercise. And her next question is, would you want to be a pig for a day? That's kind of hard to answer, because I think that it's vitally important that if you could, you should, because having pets, you don't know what they need sometimes, because they can't always vocalize what they need. So I'd love to be a pig for a day, so I can see, especially my own particular animal, so that I could see, how they're adjusting and, how they feel about their setup and if they needed more room, if they were happy with what they had, what they want, that I could improve for them. Because I feel like that's a really important thing, is to know, if you can make a difference, then do it. Her next question is, who inspired you? I couldn't remember if this was to buy pets or for YouTube, but I'll answer this in both ways. And Maya's Animal Place also answered what inspired you to join YouTube. So I'll answer what inspired me to join YouTube and then to get pets. So the reason that I was inspired to join YouTube is I've been watching YouTube channels, and I've had my YouTube channel, I don't know if it was this one or the other one, for about 2.5 years, 3 years now. It might even be a little bit longer than that. But I saw a lot of animal care videos that I didn't agree with, and I thought that people just weren't doing what they could have done for their animals, and they were giving some false information. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not claiming to be perfect in any way, and I know that I'm not, and I know I make mistakes too. But some of these people were just incredibly harsh and rude. If you said, well, wouldn't this be better, or could this be done differently? So I decided that maybe if I joined YouTube, I could learn and I could help, because people can give me advice and I can give them advice and vice versa. I didn't want it to be like, I don't want to have like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. I like having just a smaller amount of subscribers, because I've got 310 subscribers and I'm happy with that, because it makes it easier for me to get to know my subscribers on a one-to-one basis as well, which I feel can be really difficult if you've got, a significant amount of subscribers. So I'm really happy with that. So that's kind of what inspired me to join YouTube. So yeah, what inspired me to get pets is the autism thing, honestly. So kind of like what made me want pets in the same sense. This next question, which is what's my favorite animals and what do I like about pets? So my favorite animal is a red panda, and I don't know why, they just are. They've always been my favorite animal for as long as I can remember. So, and what I like about pets is everything. There's nothing that I don't like about them. Well, except for their dirty litter habits, but besides that. And those were asked by Rainbow Hamster 39. What was my first pet is the next question, which was asked by Sophie Berry. My first pet was probably a dog, because my mom used to do dog rescues, so we always had dogs in and out and stuff, so dogs have always kind of been really big. My own first personal pet, I think I was 7 or 8 when we got our first rabbit. Somebody had it for free with a hutch on the side of the road, pretty much, so we brought him home, and I loved him, and he lived for quite a while. Sophie also asked, what is my dream job? My dream job would be to work with children with special needs, with animal therapy, pretty much. I'd love to do that, but as of right now, I'm working to become a children with special needs first grade teacher. She next answered, pets to own before you die. That would definitely be either a capybara or a red panda. Although I wouldn't really want to own either of them, because I know that I wouldn't be able to provide the space and the time and the effort to making sure that they have a happy life. So maybe like a pet that I'd babysit or something, or go to the zoo and care for. So I think that's just about all that I could do, because I wouldn't want to kind of constrain them to a small area where they'd be unhappy. She also asked, how many pets have I owned so far? I do not know how many pets I've owned, mainly because we've got a very large family, so we've got a lot of animals. But we've had cats, dogs, rabbits, hamsters, mice, degus, chinchillas, ferrets, rats, guinea pigs. I don't know. Everyone in my house has a different, like, I didn't own all of them, but we kind of share the responsibility. Like, if somebody's not home, then the other sibling will care, or parent, so forth and so on. And the last questions that I'm going to ask are from Maya's Animal Place. I don't know if it's Maya or Mia, or I don't know. I always get nervous that I'm going to pronounce someone's name wrong, and I'm really sorry if I do. She asked, what's my favorite food? My favorite food is really difficult to answer. I enjoy fruit the most. Don't get me wrong, candy's okay, chocolate's okay, but fruit's always been something that I've enjoyed more than anything. What state am I from? I'm from Massachusetts. How did I start YouTube? Which is kind of like the inspiration thing. My favorite song and singer. I can't pick a specific because I enjoy so many different genres, and I don't think it would be fair to answer, you know, which song and singer that I enjoyed the most. So, yeah, I don't know. I love country music and rock music. I don't care much for hip-hop. But yeah. The questions and answers, I'm still taking in questions if anybody wants to comment down below in this video, or if you want to check out my question and answer video, which is the video prior to this, or yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm slow today. But once again, I apologize for this mess, but I really wanted to get this up so that I could have at least one part of it done. So I probably have to break this into another 2 or 3 videos. Sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.